55 little-known sex facts that will blow your freaking mind. You will never look at sex the same way again. 1. According to a survey of adults aged 20-59, women have an average of 4 sex partners during their lifetime. Men have an average of 7. 2. According to sex researchers William Masters and Virginia Johnson, during orgasm, your body experiences a period of myotonia, or muscle spasms, due to the activation of vaginal muscles. This causes the muscles of your legs, arms, neck, abdomen, and face to contract, while involuntary vaginal contractions occur at regular intervals. 3. On average, American teenagers lose their virginity at age 17. 4. 84% of women have sex to get their guy to do more around the house. 5. While 75% of men always reach orgasm during sex, only 29% of women report the same. In addition, most women are unable to climax through vaginal intercourse, instead needing clitoral stimulation. 6. That's the amount of time Americans are having sex. That is 14 minutes below the global average, 7. Approximately 5% of 40-year-old men and between 15-25% of 65-year-old men among sexually active American erectile dysfunction. 70% of females and 56% of males report their first 1.6 sexual experience was with a steady partner. 9. The average person has sex 103 times per year. 10. About 1 out of 10 married adults, 12%, say that they typically sleep alone. At least 50% directly from people who expose their colleagues to H, which is a problem for many sexually active men and women, will have a genital HPV infection at some point in their lives. HPV, or human papillomavirus, comes in both low and high-risk forms. Low-risk HPV can cause genital warts, and high-risk can cause cervical and other cancers. In 90% of cases, the body's immune system will fight off the disease within 2 years. 12. 34 times per day. That is the amount of times women fantasize about sex during the workday. 13. The average erect penis is 5-7 inches long and 4-6 inches in circumference. 2.2. 14. The average male loses his virginity at age 16.9. Females average slightly older, 2.4. And a new study shows that genetics may be a factor. Inherited traits such as impulsivity, creativity, independence, priority, etc., can make a person more or less willing to have sex at an earlier age. 15. 33% of British women think that they can prevent pregnancy by jumping up and down 2:04 p.m. immediately after sex. According to Live Science, people who are more open to talking about sex are actually happier with their sex lives. 17. Women in stable relationships have better quality sleep than singles, according to the University of Pennsylvania. 18. 43% of women consider it cheating when their husband fantasizes about someone else. 19. A woman who is sexually active and not using contraception has an 85% chance of becoming pregnant in 1 year. 20. Adults over the age of 40 have the lowest rates of condom use. 21. 48% of women have faked an orgasm. 22. A national sex study found, with the exception of the 71-plus age group, at least 60% of men have masturbated within the 3-year past year, and an impressive 84% of men between 25 and 29 are taking matters into their own hands. In contrast, women are masturbating in much smaller numbers, consistently 10 to 30% lower than men in the same age group. 23% of golfers would trade sex for the perfect swing. For the ultimate orgasm, abstain from all sexual activity for 3 weeks. That is the amount of time it takes for your testosterone levels to peak and boost your libido, according to a study published in the World Journal of Urology. 25. Semen contains citric acid, amino acids, fructose enzymes, phosphorylcholine, prostaglandin, potassium, and zinc. The average ejaculation contains 2.1 millimeters of semen, which may contain between 40 million and 600 million sperm. 4. By the age of 15, only 13% of American teens have had sex, but by their 19th birthday, 7 in 10 teenagers have had intercourse. 27. 48% of Americans report being satisfied with their sex life. 28% of men think it is physically harmful not to have sex. 29. There are 501,000 deaths per year due to autoerotic asphyxiation. This number equals the amount of murders in New York City each year. When you are aroused, you're less likely to find something or someone disgusting, according to a study published in Pulsone. 31% of men will admit to watching porn at work. 32. Sex tones a woman's pelvic muscles that also support her bowel, bladder, and uterus, therefore resulting in better control of urination. 33. 1 of 4 acts of vaginal intercourse are condom protected in the U.S., 1 in 3 among singles. 34. 18% of women ages 25-34 think their sexual peak has passed. In 206,201,0, the most common reason for abstaining from sex given by teenagers was that it was against their religion or morals, 38% among females and 31% among males. The second and third reasons given by teenage females was they didn't want to get pregnant and they haven't found the right person yet. 36. What country produces the best lovers? Spain, Brazil, and Italy. According to global research site onepoll.com, 37% of men between 25-29-year-olds fantasize more about money than anal sex. 38. Men are more likely to orgasm when sex includes vaginal intercourse, while women are more likely to orgasm when sex includes multiple sex acts. 39. 10% of sexually active adults who use a vibrator or other sex toy during partner sex. 40. According to Live Science, a small study of obese women, 635, found that those that accepted their bodies had better sex. 41. The way your brain is wired might influence your number of sexual partners. 638. According to a University of California, Los Angeles study, those whose brains showed more sexual image tended to have had the most sexual partners. Sexual motivation varies from individual to individual. 42. 34% of men ages 25-34 that think their sexual peak has passed. 43. 7% of adult women and 8% of adult males identify themselves as gay, lesbian, or bisexual. However, the proportion of adults reporting having had a same-sex sexual experience at some point in their lives is higher. 44. Adult men and women rarely engage in just one sex act when they have sex. There were more than 40 combinations of sexual activity described as the adult poor girl, poor woman respondent's most recent sexual event. 45. The average number of calories sexually burned after 30 minutes of sexual intercourse is 200. 737? 46. Masturbating in the presence of a partner is a less popular activity than going solo, with 49% of men aged 25-29 engaging in it. 47. 2% of men think that a satisfying sex in 52 life is a top priority. 48. According to a study done by men, researchers at Rutgers University, different regions of the brain are activated in response to stimulation of the vagina, clitoris, nipples, and cervix they found using an MRI scanner. 49. A study found that women directly exposed to semen vaginally, in other words, through sex, without a condom, were less depressed. Researchers think the mood-altering hormones in semen were absorbed into the body through the vagina. 50. It is illegal to purchase or sell sex toys, 18+, in the state of Alabama. Alabama is the only remaining state to uphold this law. 51. 78% of females and 85% of males use contraceptives the first time they had sex. 52. Vaginal intercourse is quite common among men aged 18 to 69, with at least 53% 8 to 6, 5 to 9-year-olds, and up to 86% 25 to 29-year-olds of respondents saying they've had vaginal intercourse, 8 to 59, in the past year. 53. The Merkin pubic wig has been around since the 1400s, when it was worn by women whom, because of a fear of lice, had shaved their pubic hair. 54. 14% of men say they let the woman take the lead during sex. 55. Researchers at Queen's University found even though straight women reported only being aroused co-signed by men, most women became aroused at every stimulus they saw, inclusive of men's and homosexual sex, and even animal sex.